Welcome to the Why Not Us podcast. We're just a few dudes navigating life and talking about it. Thanks for listening.
Hello, friends. It's the greatest week of the year. It's
Hey,
the Masters.
the Masters, baby. It's Masters Week. It's also Why Not Us episode 27. And I'm cracking a beer. I don't know if you heard that or not, but I'm drinking a Lagunitas little something something. It's smooth and a silky wheat IPA, 7.5%. And also, fellas, I'm back in my house.
Hell yeah.
Part of the way, anyways. So the people that cleaned the house today, which I won't name any companies, but Surf Pro sucked it up today. So, like we've got tile and hardwood floors. So like when you're doing sheetrock work, there's like a lot of mud and like sanding that happens and paint and stuff. And so all that debris gets into the grout or the cracks of the wood, and you have to use this machine like a buffer or something really to get it out of the grout. And all they did was mop. So when I came through this afternoon for like a walkthrough, it's still just like white with sheetrock mud in the tile, and they thought they did a good job. So they're coming back. Tell you that.
Ugh.
Well, if you all didn't notice, we were starting with who burned our bacon this week.
Yeah, who burned my bacon this week? Surf Pro. And thank you to our latest sponsor, Surf Pro.
I was gonna say, I can talk about how the Pirates are burning my bacon right now. We might be going on strike, boys. Might not be working. Might not be ushering this year.
What if all of our sponsors eventually we just like roasted all of them? They like sponsored the pod, but we just like roasted them.
That's a quick way to not have any sponsors anymore.
What if it was like a viral thing, but it turned out to be a good thing? There's this dude on TikTok. I swear, I think that Logan Paul pays him to do what he does on TikTok with Prime. He like does a video about Prime every single day, and it's like some type of negative video, but
Yeah.
it gets so many views. I feel like there's something going on there.
Probably. Dude, Prime was all over WrestleMania this weekend with Logan Paul wrestling Seth freaking Rollins.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, and
Those guys know how to market.
Yeah, and wait, UFC and WWE merged?
Yeah, technically UFC's parent company has bought the controlling stake in WWE, right? So they did merge, but they have 51% and WWE kept 49%. So, yeah.
Wow.
Which is wild to think about because Vince bought it from his dad back in the 70s or 80s. Jordan, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah, it was like in the 80s, maybe.
And no one ever thought he'd sell, and here we are. So, but I always try to tune into WrestleMania or the big events, and I just watched the first night. I watched the second night live. I watched the first night, literally the rest of it tonight. So
Nice.
always entertaining, always good TV. So the production value on that stuff's high, very high quality. I've always impressed.
Yeah, the clip I saw was Logan Paul jumping off the top rope, and they like switched KSI out with the guy he was actually wrestling against, and he like smashed him over the table.
Exactly. And KSI, you didn't know it was KSI until like probably about a minute before that. They took off the cap, the Prime cap had a face on it.
Oh, nice.
So,
dude, I remember back in the day, just like remember Sting coming down from like the rooftop, and like the suspense of all that. We're gonna see.
Well, Logan Paul came in on a thing this time like that, Jones.
Like Shawn Michaels intro. What WrestleMania was that? He came in like that.
Yeah, but we're getting off topic, guys.
We are.
Off topic.
This is episode 27, all about WrestleMania. We are not going to tell you who won the March Madness pool. But it is Masters Week, and Jordan actually played golf twice this week, and we know that because we follow him on 18 Birdies. And I've got my emails set up to where I get notified on what he shoots.
Beautiful 2 days. Today was better than yesterday. No, there was no one out there yesterday. I guess a little bit of rain
Is Oak Valley like the closest place to your neighborhood?
There's like five courses near me. It's just the easiest to get on and walk like after work.
And
Did
probably
you?
the one he doesn't have to pay for.
No comment.
So
We'll cut that out.
I've been with him. I've done it with you, Jordan. We just walked on a course and started playing golf.
all right, so he basically walks on number 10 because I saw he played 10 through 18. So what he does is he parks in the parking lot, walks that 10, and just gets on.
They know me there enough. I talked to all those guys.
He's the honorary member. It's actually a
We need to stop
sponsorship.
talking about this before something happens.
It's a sponsorship with Oak Valley Country Club. We love those guys. They've been a great sponsor. They let Jordan play free golf. It's great. It's been a great
Yeah,
partnership.
wonderful. Hey,
But did you
he's doing what he's doing. Let him live his life.
did you play with anybody, Jordan, or did you walk by yourself?
I just walk by myself usually. It's peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Peaceful.
wish I had a course close enough to me to do that in the evenings, but I don't. That's kind of a
Yeah.
bummer.
Peaceful.
But I am playing next week. I'm looking forward to that. Playing with my buddy Clay. Do you remember Clay Christian? Jordan? You might not. He was from JJ Kelly. He was a little older.
Clay Christian. No.
Hell of a baseball player. And then randomly, after college, he moves over to China and starts working in like bars over in China, owns a bar with a couple of his friends and restaurant, and ends up meeting the founder of Alltech when I was working at Alltech. And that's when they were talking about this Dueling Barrels project over in Pikeville. And in China, the founder of the company was like, "Hey, I think there's an opportunity for you to move back home if you want to move back home." And so he moves back and like starts being the GM at Dueling Barrels in Pikeville. And that's how he and I connected. It was like, "You're from Wise County. Holy shit. I'm from Dickinson."
What?
And then there's all these people that we're connected with and family. And it's like, what is going on right now?
What an international like thing. That is crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Wild stuff. First thing on the list, fellas. Let's just go ahead and knock this out. We'll talk about the Houston trip later, which I'm excited to talk about. But let's go ahead and knock out the March Madness tournament pool that we did. And everybody that entered, we had a good amount of entries for our pod. I thought it was a lot of our close friends and things like that. And some people maybe we didn't even know, which was cool to see too. But Joey, I think, is going to take the lead on this, which I'm super stoked about. And we're going to be sending coffee to these people. So there was a women's challenge and a men's challenge. And I'm going to turn it over to you, Joey.
Yeah, so we'll start with ladies first, obviously. The cool thing is in both of our challenges, the winner, somebody had the winner in both these pools, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to one of our AWLs, Casey Clark,
Casey.
who won the women's pool by correctly picking the LSU Lady Tigers. Pretty bummed that they won, honestly. My Hokies were in the Final Four. But Casey, shout out you, man. You, as everybody does the see you face, or see me face, you have won our women's bracket. Jones, I looked it up as you asked me. I actually would have finished best in the pod on the women's side. I had 810
Oh, you would have.
points. I would have beaten Jordan. I looked it up.
Didn't count. Jordan still won because you didn't click
Jordan
send.
still won because Joey can't press submit correctly. But Casey Clark, congrats, buddy. We love that you listen.
Done.
Thank you for listening. He was in DC this weekend, actually at a Braves game. I saw him lose on Sunday. That sucks.
Let's pause for a second. Casey is our biggest fan. Let's just throw that out there. He listens every episode. He comments on Instagram.
Dude, you're gonna offend some people, Jones. I got other people that listen every episode too, man. You never know.
That's true.
We'll say he's the most. You're right. He's the
engaged.
Most. He's the most engaged fan. Absolutely.
His names in both brackets are very good. They were
he won with the Lost Bourbon bottle on the women's side. Correct. FYI for those that are listening.
That's pretty deep. That's like one of our first couple
Dude,
episodes.
he's in, yeah. So if y'all out there in
That's
in
deep.
podcast land, you interact with us, be in there. We love it.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
And then flipping over to the men's side, Aaron Clark, not to be confused with Casey, no relation. She's got an E at the end of her name.
Yeah,
Casey does not have an
there's
E.
something going on here. There's something.
Yeah,
going on.
no. She won by correctly picking UConn, and she is actually the lovely girlfriend of a good friend of Jordan and I's from our old Radford days, Taylor Blue. So shout out to Aaron for picking UConn correctly. We won't go into how she picked them correctly, but she won. So shout out her and shout out to Casey, and we will be getting both of you guys some coffee. I know we've reached out to a couple people trying to get their address already, but if we don't have it and you guys are listening to this, please send it to us, and Jones will get that to you. I don't know, Jones, how quickly are we going to get this out to them?
If they get us the address this week, which this pod will be dropping, I'm going to try to get it edited, guys, 2 nights.
Okay.
And posted. So I'll get it. Today is Tuesday. I'll get this podcast up on Wednesday. If they can get us their address by Wednesday or Thursday, I can ship it the same day, and it will get there probably Monday or Tuesday.
Awesome.
So next week.
Awesome. Well, congrats again to Casey. Congrats again to Aaron. Again, no relation. But you guys whooped all our asses. And it was fun. It was a fun tournament to watch, both the men's and women's. I was bummed about my Hokies. Really thought they were going to get to the final. But it is what it is. UConn was a dominant champion. One of the most dominant champions we've had in a long, long time.
I'm just going to throw this out there. I did not even watch the national championship game. I just knew it was going to be UConn.
And a real quick sidebar, Jordan down here, folks, I don't know if he'll tell us how much he won, but he took home 2 bracket championships as well. I think he won upwards of $1,000. I'm not sure, Jordan. You tell me. I don't know.
About 1,200.
1,200. There we
go.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Jordan won two separate pools.
Two separate pools. And got down to the final 6 people in another knockout pool.
Yeah. Didn't take that one home, but yeah, that was a big pool too.
I was pretty confident going into. I thought I could win all 3, but it's not the way the cookie crumbled there all the way for me. But
and he's going to try to roll that money into this week's Masters pools. So we'll see how that goes.
Got 3 trying to win some money. One of them, what was it? Woodsies went for last year, like $6,500. Winner
something like that. Yeah, big money.
Sheesh. Yeah. Jordan's paid mortgage payments gambling, man. Maybe we should gamble more. Just kidding. So,
I put a lot of work into my bracket this year.
He did. I was just saying, his work
pays I could just see Jordan filling out a bracket. He's just so into the stats and like all the little details.
Shout out to Action Network, Stuckey and the 3-man weave. I would look at their best picks every day, and that's what I use for my knockout pool. It's worked 2 years in a row to get to the Elite 8 weekend. So,
you know, it'd be interesting. Next year, we should ask ChatGPT to fill out a bracket and see if the AI could.
Dude, that would be. Win. I think we'll have to do one of the brackets. Will have to be a ChatGPT one. Like that's what we'll do. You can fill out up to like 10 or 20 or something, Jones, on the ESPN thing. So, but speaking of pools, we talked about this today, and we're going to try to get this up. But Jordan, you're going to get us up a Masters pool, right?
Well, I was looking easy office pools. You got to pay.
Don't pay that. You find something else that's free.
Yeah, it's free for 4 or a few people, but it costs more than 4. It's $20. I'll try to find something free.
Yeah.
But be on the lookout, folks. We're trying to get a Masters pool up. This is Tuesday, so hopefully we get it tomorrow.
We'll look at, and if anybody out there has golf tournament pick solutions out there, like pools that we can do, that our fans and whoever can enter. If you have solutions out there, please send it to us because we're trying to find it.
Run our pool cost money too. There are no free ones. Most of these look like they cost money.
And maybe this is not a good idea for us, but so if
maybe not. If you're listening to the pod and there's a free solution out there, send it to us. Or if you want to be the person that runs the Google sheet, send us a message. Because Jordan doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, clearly.
I don't want to pay for it. Yeah.
He just won $1,200, but doesn't want to give up 20, folks.
Do y'all have Masters picks? Anybody got a pick to win it this weekend, Joey?
I I don't have an official one quite yet, but I'm leaning Tony Finau.
Finau.
I don't like to
Finau,
take favorites.
man.
Keep that in mind. Like if I'm a betting man, the top three are one of my bets. Honestly, would be what. But there's not any value to bet there. So the top three being Rory, Rahm, and Scheffler. But I like to go someone a little further down the board, so I'm going to go with Finau.
I was gonna go with Scheffler, man. That dude is just he's lights out.
All right.
Yeah,
Chalk for Jones there, Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan?
I'm going Patrick Cantley plus 2,000.
Oh,
I think he's
21.
elite right now from tee to green. So got to be a good iron player in Augusta.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody today briefly. The weather's supposed to be wet apparently for some of the rounds, so that makes it easy. So scores should be lower.
Minus 10
if that weather holds.
no. Cat.
10 under took it last year.
Yeah, but 10 under was just Scotty in a league of its own, dude. Like Rory was like 2 under or something, right?
Yeah. So think about with the rain, folks. Also, too, when you pick your pulls, it's like the Derby. When it rains, you got to pick your mutters. Pick your Englishman when it comes pull time in the rain. Fitzy, Rory, those guys love playing when it's wet.
That's true. Yeah. So aside from your all's picks, who do you like really hope wins? I like the Tony Finau play because I think he's just a great overall person after watching the full swing.
I hope Fred Couples wins. That's who I hope for every year because that's the only time I ever get to see him play the Masters. So,
okay, who's the highest form or the finisher from a former champ? Who's going to finish the highest out of a green jacket? Who do you got there? Well, since we're talking Freddie,
Spieth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Spieth over Scheffler.
Highest finishing live player.
Cam Smith always plays well there.
He does, but apparently he's not playing well. Apparently he's like not back in his current form.
He's fighting some things.
He just said he took too much time off. I think these live guys got a little lazy. It's not that week to week grind like they're used to.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, what if there's like the top 10 is like all live golfers?
It could be, Jones. It was funny too. I was reading an article today about how they paired everybody. And there's not one single group with 2 live golfers with the exception of one group.
Yeah.
So they tried to like keep them apart essentially. And then they put like the good live golfers with crappy like we'll call it crappy. None of these are crappy golfers. You know what I'm saying?
Like Joey says, crappy.
Rory's not with DJ.
Loose.
Yeah, like Rory's not with DJ. You know, Brooks isn't with Rahm. Like those kinds of things. You know,
they pushed out by not putting Freddie with Phil.
But they wouldn't do that. Why would you have 2 former champions?
But I mean, just from gives the broadcast something to talk about since the 2 hate.
Oh yeah, but Freddie. They love Freddie there, man. It's my guy. He's 131 to finish top 10. Go ahead and take that, folks. 130 to 1 to finish top 10. Why not? Throw a flyer out there.
So
I would say my top former finishing champ, I'll go Scotty, and my top live player, Taylor Gooch.
Ooh, okay.
We should do something to where I don't know how we would do this, but like betting or picking if like Tiger would make the cut or if he'll like place in some, you know what I mean? Like have these like sort of unique things. How many live golfers would make it in the top 10 or the top 20 or whatever?
Yeah, we could do some. We could do
There's
some
like
props
what, 18 live golfers.
Is that how many are?
There's 17 or 18. Yeah,
I think so. I think he's right. Yeah,
17 or 18.
I'll take that. I'll take his word for it. I'm not sure.
Can you name them all in 20 seconds?
Not in 20 seconds, but we could name all 18 if you give us like a couple of minutes. That's in the Masters. You don't think so?
Just Google it real quick. Ask ChatGPT.
I could probably name like 5. I don't.
Phil, DJ, Cam,
Sergio, Patrick,
Bubba
Brooks,
Watson,
DJ, Cam. That's 5 right there. Bubba 6.
Gooch,
Kokrak, Answer,
Louis.
We're probably at 10 right
Shane
now.
Lowry.
No,
he didn't join. Did Hatton join?
Yeah. What's that?
Terrell Hatton. He didn't join.
No. Jordan's like, we can name one. He's naming guys that are on PJ Tour.
Cam Young get
No.
joined? No,
Jordan, killing me here.
no.
We're gonna have to ask the internet. We'll have
They
to get
are.
back. We'll have to get back to everybody on
Oh,
Thursday.
Mitro, did Mitro going?
Mito, I said Mito, yes.
No.
Mito Joaquin. Yeah, Mito
DeChambeau.
Joaquin went.
Bryson
Kevin Naw?
DeChambeau.
Kevin Naw,
Bryson DeChambeau, Kevin Na, they both are gone. Yeah.
Kevin Na
Kokrak.
is like the slowest golfer on the planet.
I said Kokrak, yeah.
You said Kokrak. We got pretty close there.
Probably 13 or 14 we got.
Yeah.
Maybe 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were a little shy. That's all right. There's probably
Yeah.
some graphic out there on one of these other handles that shows like all the live golfers that are playing in the Masters. I'm sure of it. If not, we should do that. That'd
Oh,
be cool.
Oh, HV3. Did we say Phil too?
I don't think
No,
we,
we didn't
said
say
Phil,
HV3.
actually.
I don't know if we said Phil.
Phil didn't
looking
even
it
like
up, or-
register it in my.
No, I
brain.
got this. The
Oh,
so I was just looking at that.
I'll look
So-
at it now. We missed Schwartzel and Peters.
Oh, Hokie, right? Did he go for
Hmm.
G Tech? Did he play at Tech?
No, he did not.
No. Which one of those guys played at Tech? Was it Seamus?
Who?
What was it? His name Seamus?
Seamus Power.
Seamus
Seamus
Power?
Power, but no.
Seamus?
he's not
Did he
live
go
either.
Tech?
No, he's not live either.
Just strike.
No,
they
I'm
strike
saying
him
Tech.
out.
What? Isn't there a Hokie on tour?
Oh, yeah, there's a Hokie, but he didn't. No. It's
What's the Hokie on tour?
there's two. Johnson Wagner's one of them,
That's it.
and then Trevor Cohn is the most recent one who's been trying to get there. But
Hey, I had a thought earlier, y'all. I saw I can't remember who posted this on Instagram, but it was a video of JB Holmes hitting a golf ball. And I'm like, what happened to JB Holmes? Like, you used to see him all the time in these tournaments.
He's on the Champions Tour, right?
no, he's not that old, dude.
You not Champions Tour time?
Just not as good. It's hard, It's hard to be good at golf. He just played the
How old is
Valero
he?
Open and got cut, like JB Holmes did.
How old is he? He's 40. How old do you got to be?
50
He'll be 50.
Champions Tour, my friend. Yeah,
And I wonder if I used to see him all the time too, because he's a UK grad.
probably.
I think he's actually maybe from Campbellsville, Kentucky.
Yeah. What's his world ranking?
Let's see. On Wikipedia, does it tell you the world ranking quickly?
Yeah,
Oh,
Jordan, 50 years of older, or is 49 and turns 50 on or before June 1st of 23.
Gotcha. He's 223rd in the FedEx Cup. So,
Oh, yeah.
He just,
You know what?
we talk about. I was being kidding. It's just hard to win these. It's
Yeah.
hard to play good every.
yeah.
In
There's a reason some of these guys are just
2016,
better than everybody.
in 2016, he tied for 4th in the Masters.
I mean, official money just a little under 26 million. So I don't really feel bad for him not making.
What's the top dog get? What's the payout for first place?
Probably like what, 5 million, something like that.
See, I don't know if they upped this one or not.
Hang on.
I think it'd be interesting though. Like, I mean, the media is going to make it to be pretty bad, but like, the live golfers playing with the PGA
2.7
golfers.
million. The total purse is 15 million this year.
Yeah, it's not like I
Oh,
don't know how-
that's low compared to some of the other ones. It's
correct.
like-
It's not. Well, it's not like a. It's
It's
not
not
one
a
of those
money.
elevated events. It's more or
Yeah.
less.
but it's like the event.
It's hopped up. It's hopped up. I saw a quote the other day. You take away the players, and Augusta's just another golf course.
I mean, golly, raise those prices on the pimento cheese and the beer, and let's get that purse up. You know what I mean?
But that's the whole point, Jones. That's not like their MO.
Yeah.
They don't even have any commercials or presenting sponsors really either. They only have 3. It's like Coke, Lexus, and Dell or something. That's all they do. If you ever pay
Also,
attention.
you don't need concession stand prices to be expensive. People go in the gift shop and you drop $150 on a Peter Millar polo and
Yeah.
like a couple hats, and you've spent $1,000. So
Well,
I was
and I can't
pretty
remember if we
cheap
talked about
on
this
them,
last year
I'll
or
say
not,
that.
but they're on like a 1-year contract every year with CBS.
Yeah.
It's up. They renew it every year. That's it, or they can choose to not renew, but that's how it works. It's
And you
pretty.
can stream it on their app too, right? The Masters
Everything
app.
through them, scoring,
Yeah,
broadcast.
I equate the Masters to like the Super Bowl of golf, right? Like they dictate everything. Like similar to Super Bowl, they dictate all the terms. Masters does the same thing. So they do a great
Nice.
job. I
Yeah.
think it's worth it. I know Jordan just said that quote, and he probably agrees with it a little more than I do. But look, it's the Masters. It's the best. It's cool. It's sweet.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on it, but like you take away that, it's just another golf course. If you don't have a PGA tournament there,
Well, Sure,
You
you can say
know?
that about anything, but yeah,
for sure, yeah, for sure. It's just another private golf course.
Yeah.
That costs,
Yeah.
I don't know, you gotta kill someone to get in there, I guess. I don't know.
Probably
not wrong.
so. It was pretty pure, man. I wish I would have remembered it a lot more. I was there for that practice round in like 2012 or something like that, or 11. Maybe it was 12. But I don't have a lot of like, I don't have pictures or anything from it. And it's hard to like remember it all, you know?
I wish I had like better memory because I'm the same way with things, Jones. Like
Still trying to
you
learn
go to
a
those
lot.
things, and you're like, man, I know I went, but like,
I remember sitting there watching some of the golfers skip it across the pond there in that par 3. I
Mhm.
remember seeing Bubba Watson hitting that pink driver, just like launching it. Watching him hit a golf ball was like freaking insane.
you probably don't remember who won the year you were there, right? I struggle with that too.
If it's 12, it was probably Bubba, right?
Yeah.
Did Bubba win at 12?
It was Bubba or
Bubba won in 12. Schwartzel won in 11. So
yeah.
if you went in 12, it was Bubba. You went
Yeah,
11.
and Bubba hit that insane shot out of the woods, right? He
Really?
had to like hook it like around the tree or something from the woods, and like
It
he
was
made a
that was
birdie in it.
2012 or 14. I don't remember what year, but one of the years he won. Yeah, he had a shot out of the woods.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We have some patient listeners. I'll tell you that much.
We're all over the map.
We're just all over the map. I mean, it happens, on the Why Not Us podcast, and that's okay. We're just a couple dudes out here trying to navigate through this life we live.
Absolutely.
What are you guys doing this weekend? Are you going to be somewhere we're going to be able to watch it?
I'm gonna be in Richmond. Brother's having an engagement party,
Ooh.
so I will be there.
Joey is going to another wedding.
It's like a 4-part engagement party for like him, his fiance, and like 3 other couples that like family friends growing up kind of thing. So
Where's this being hosted at?
at Garrett's mom's house, Jordan, that'll help you out.
His
Garrett's mom,
sister get engaged?
parents' house. Yes, his oldest sister got engaged. Yes, and then it's all related to this book club my mom and everyone used to have back in the day. And the book club's still in existence. Unfortunately, my mom's no longer with us, but they all like are celebrating everybody's engagements because like one of the other moms is her son, who's a friend of ours, got engaged. Actually, 2. It's 4 different families with different people that got engaged. Actually, it's kind of funny. We're all around the same time. So
Nice.
we are gonna be doing that.
Very cool.
So what are y'all
Well,
doing?
let's see. What am I doing? Oh, we're going to Durham for Easter. Yeah, it's Easter weekend, man.
It is Easter weekend. Masters
Easter
weekend.
weekend, Masters weekend. I don't hate that the Masters final is on Easter because I
Mhm.
kind of like, after
Well, it just
church,
varies.
you just kind of lay around on the couch, and
Easter
watch
doesn't know when it's going to be. Easter's on a different date every year. So
Yeah,
Yeah, my dad actually told us today what it actually is. I had no idea. If anybody was curious, it has something to do with like the equinox.
yes, whatever that means.
Yeah, Sunday. Oddity of the calendar is the Easter is a floating holiday. The date determined as the first Sunday after the full moon that occurs on or after the spring equinox. There you go.
Can be in March, can be in late April. It is what it is.
Yeah, this year occurs on April 9th. So
nice.
my dad, of course, looks that crap up.
But the second weekend of April is the Masters. So Easter can.
Right.
It's not Easter's weekend.
I imagine that I'll
Right.
be watching a lot of it on my phone, if I had to
Okay.
guess. are we going to be traveling? We might be traveling back. No, we're not traveling back on Sunday. I think we're staying through Sunday and then coming back Monday, maybe. Gosh, my dates are all messed up right now. I got so much going on. Joey, that's enough to talk about golf. Let's talk about Houston. And also, I learned about a new adventure potentially. So and also, ladies and gentlemen, Joey sent me all the, I know there was a lot of people on the Instagram, all of you that followed along with Joey. Thanks for the messages, the comments, everything. That was great. I'm going to be putting together a full video of that whole trip of Joey. He sent me like 30 videos today or yesterday.
Mhm.
But I'm going to turn it over to you, Joey.
Yeah. So obviously, you guys know I drove to Houston, and first off, let me start off by saying I was on a road trip. Had a job to do. It was more business for me than pleasure, unfortunately. Because if it was pleasure, I would have tried to stop and made more fun out of it. So like that's the only downside to when you do a trip like that, right? You're like, I get so locked in, so zoned in. And I was telling Jones a little bit that like I just go. I've got a plan in my mind, and it was 8 hours to Nashville. You're getting to Nashville 8 hours or less or whatever, and it was really 9 hours because I gained an hour, but it's neither here nor there. But and I'm going 12 hours, so I wish I could have been more fun and exciting with some of my updates. But
You were so fun. You were so fun.
I know, I
It
know.
was entertaining.
I got people telling me, "Well, this is boring. You're just taking photos." I'm like, "Come on! I'm just giving an update every hour on the phone. I got nothing. I could stop it every 5 minutes if you wanted me to, but I was there to get there, and the people needed the car at a certain time, so I was, do my due diligence to get there in my mind. And I'm just so wired that way. I jokingly told Jones, but I was serious. I would just pee in a bottle on the way. Didn't bother me. I don't stop. It's just me in the car.
And
So
folks, let me just say, he's not peeing in just like a big gulp cup or something like
yeah,
that.
water
He's
bottle.
peeing in a water bottle.
Water bottle, man. If you gotta go, you gotta go. And I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping every time I gotta pee. That's ridiculous in my opinion, right? It's just me. So like
I just can't imagine it. It would be
dude,
a
I am
mess.
clean as can be, man. Doesn't never got a drop anywhere when I did it.
Um,
But it was fun, man. It was really fun. The only downside I will say, and I didn't talk about this, is so I stopped in Nashville on Friday, right? And I'll be I don't want to get into this topic really, but my buddy, who Jamie is well, excuse me, who Jordan knows well, Jamie, who I stayed with, their little girl goes to that school that was unfortunately had the shooting at. So I saw her that Friday, and then that Monday that school shooting happened. Like I watched her go off to school at that Christian school. So that was kind of surreal, even thinking about that after the fact. But
wow, dude.
yeah, Houston was just it was a blur, man. 8 hours in Nashville, 12 hours to Houston, and just grinded it out. Stopped at Oaklawn real quick, watched one horse race, was there tops 20 minutes, which was real neat just to kind of check that one off my list. But I'm just wired, like I don't mind driving. So I was talking to a friend this week. They're moving out to California, so I might be driving to California in a couple weeks.
Which would be
So,
a much longer trip.
which would be a 40-hour trip if you want me to be
So
accurate.
twice as much.
So, and again, I talked to you guys about this, but anything to get me out of work, and it's not out of work, right? I'd take time off, for this, but, or take a sick day, whatever I want to take. But so who knows? Maybe we get more content on me driving. This one would be a little more exciting in the fact that I think I have a couple road animals with me, but, we're ironing out some logistics and trying to figure it out. So
You remind me of the have you seen that?
But it was cool. I'd never been through Arkansas. What's that?
Have you seen the Mr. Beast video
Which-
where he like pays an Uber driver to drive him all the way across the country or something like that?
I haven't seen it, but I haven't watched it start to finish. But I know what you're talking about, and I've seen.
You're the
videos
Uber.
like that,
You're
yeah.
the Uber driver, basically.
Well, in theory, sure, yeah. I don't know. And I also do this like look at it as I'm helping people out, right? Like they ask me, and I don't mind helping out. I don't know.
You have a
they
kind
call me
soul,
different, call me
Jimmy.
whatever. But yeah, I was literally in Houston. I don't know, less than 8, 9, 10 hours. My flight was out the next day, so got in around 10 o'clock that night, Houston time, Central time, and flew out around 2 o'clock the next day. So, but yeah, I'd never
Nice.
been through Arkansas. That was cool. driving through Memphis there. Never been to Memphis, so driving through, you get to see the cool Bass Pro Shops like Pyramid there. That was pretty neat. But again, I would love to like stop and like enjoy some of this, but I'm just see it as a kind of like my mindset is, oh, someone asked me to do this, so I just do it. And then you got my ventures of, well, this freaking light comes on and I'm worried about the cruise control. I need to actually follow up with No-Nos, who my contact was, more or less. It's Emily's grandfather. And I just think the cruise control sensor went bum, honestly, because you restart the vehicle and the cruise control would work for a while and then it would go out again. And then that's what I think flipped the check engine light. So, but yeah.
Classic.
So you never know. Might be heading to California this time next month. Who knows? Guys? We'll see.
I'm just gonna say, I really hope you do.
Jones, you want to come with me?
I'll have to workshop that with Kelly. But
I honestly,
that would be so fun.
Oh my god!
I honestly, legitimately thought about like actually asking you prior to this. Not just this isn't off the cuff. I was like, it'd be kind of cool. My issue right now is with the timeline I'm working with. I need to be somewhere on Friday, and right now it looks like I can't take off until like actually start the trip till like late Sunday. So like it's just a condensed trip, and that's where my issue is with trying to help my buddy who wants me to help him get to California. So that's my problem. I've already committed something a Friday and Saturday of that week he wants me to go when they're moving out there because he starts work that following Monday.
What's the date?
It is the like first full week of May. So
Okay.
not like the first, second, third. I'd ask you, Jordan, but I already know your answer is going to be no.
I'm not going to California.
I know. Yeah.
I've always wanted to
bother
meet
asking
you,
you.
but yeah.
I mean,
So
I want to, but I don't have like I'm supposed to be able to like see stuff. Joey's like trying to get there as quick as
yeah.
possible.
Well, if Jones came with me, I think we would make more of a stop. Because I think we would get up early and leave. Stop late. Not stop late, but like I don't know, maybe 4 10-hour days or something. I don't know. But yeah, Jones, I'm looking at leaving May 7th. May 7th.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt the program, but we wanted to let you know that Why Not Us is brought to you by Lincoln Road Roastery based in Kentucky. Lincoln Road is a coffee roastery and cold brew coffee and tea brewery. If you want good coffee, sparkling tea, or kombucha, look no further than Lincoln Road. They have locations in Northern Virginia and Pikeville, Kentucky, or you can also visit their website at lincolnroad.coffee to receive coffee every month, and you can also check out some of the cool merch they have as well. Lincoln Road reminds us all to drink good coffee and do good things. Use code WhyNotUsPod to receive 10% off of your order. Back to the program.
All right. I know you guys already have heard my burned bacon, but before we move on to Super High Five, does anybody have burned bacon this week? Or the last 2 weeks, I should say, since we missed last week.
I think I'm good.
Jordan's
Yeah,
always good. He doesn't.
I mentioned it
except
briefly
the
earlier.
traffic in Winston. I think Jordan hasn't had any burnt bacon in since the traffic in Winston-Salem, the construction that was going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty easygoing. Nothing's really got me too up in arms.
Unless your name's Late Night Bob, Jordan's pretty easy going. Yeah.
Yeah. Former boss of mine.
I mentioned earlier about the Pirates thing, man. These people, they're jerking us around, dude. We're trying to get a decent wage for some people, and we might be on strike. I might not be ushering the park this season. So first game's supposed to be Friday. I'll be out of town anyway.
Wait, what's going on? I missed this.
We don't have an usher's contract, Jones, and we haven't had one for like 3 years. So I'm part of the union with the ushers. And everybody's in the union, right? If you're a ticket taker, you're a greeter, but your salaries are different, right? So as an usher, I get, we'll say $9.35 or $10.10, depending on where I work in the park, right? And when I say work, which section I work. Now, if you're a greeter or a ticket taker, you're starting at $15 an hour. And you're asking me, well, why they start with more? Well, they only work 3 hours versus me probably working 4 or 5, right? They only work till the gates close, we'll say. And then we allegedly get tips, and unfortunately, in this day and age, that doesn't happen anymore, really. So I'm not saying I don't get tips. I do get tips, but, you don't like used to. It's a cashless ballpark. No one brings cash anymore. As the I would say older generation is getting older. They don't come to the park as much, and the younger generations just don't tip as much. I mean, that's just what it is, right? So I think we're just getting stiffed on it. They haven't gotten a raise technically, Jones, since 2006. So they've gotten the same wage from 2006 to 2023. So they had another meeting
Wow.
tonight, and it didn't go well. And in theory, I think we're supposed to strike, but I could see us being just showing up at the park. Yeah, although I can't work till the following Monday, anyways, my first game. But
Well,
yeah, so I guess it's my point is, like, every Pirates fan is upset with the ownership anyway. They don't want to spend the money. And I'm not super upset about it. I don't do it for the money, but I just do. I want the people that do it for the money and do try to do some of it to supplement some income, because no one's doing this for a living, right? Let's be real.
mhm.
But some people, actually, you rely on the income. So
Right.
for their sake, I would stand with them. So I think they're offering us something like $12.50 is where they've gotten us to. I think, Jones, in addition to
Mhm.
some back pay for last year.
Hmm.
But if you compare that to every other stadium too, here you got the hockey arena and PNC or Heinz Field, Acrisure Stadium. They start like 15 as an usher. So
Okay.
we're not even asking for that. Like but it is what it is. So the Pirates burn my bacon, and we haven't even started the season. Well, we have, but we haven't worked any home games yet.
Speaking of the Pirates, Viewmaster Mike still likes our videos, by the way.
He's the man. He just shout out to him. His wife's pregnant. Did you see that?
I didn't see
Oh,
that, but yeah,
Congratulations.
shout out to him.
They
Yeah.
got a little nugget coming. You should check out their post. It's like Happy Meal themed or whatnot.
That's cool.
Like nugget, like chicken nugget.
Good for him, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Good for him. He was
But I'm sure I'll see him at the park here coming up. I'm sure I'll see him soon.
yeah, for sure. And
So-
speaking of him, it's time for us to get some more guests on here. It's episode 27. We've had one guest so far. We've got some ideas. They're coming. All right, people. They're coming. So far, you're stuck with us
absolutely are.
through. But we've got some good ideas, and some guests are going to be coming on the show. All right. So this week, in honor of Masters Week, we are going to do super high five things you would order on the Masters menu. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So most of people, that watch the Masters, or if you've ever gotten the opportunity to go there, you know that everything is super cheap. I mean, you can buy coffee for $1. It's crazy. So anyways, we thought in honors of Masters Week, we would do super high five things that we would get on the menu.
And Jones
which
will
is
throw up the
pretty
graphics
decent.
somewhere. Jones, you'll throw up the graphics so they can see it.
Yes, I will do that. And I'm looking at it right now, actually, because I need some inspiration, and I haven't written mine down. So it's going to be off the cuff, and I'm going to move it over to Jordan to go first.
Go first.
Yeah,
All right. Number
he
one.
usually goes last, but we're gonna let Jordan go first this time.
All right. So we will do number 5. We will go with the what do they call it?
The pimento cheese.
No. It's
The egg salad.
That's got to be that's further up.
It's the Georgia peach ice cream sandwich, number 5.
The ice cream. Yeah.
Yes.
Where's that on?
It's just the ice cream, Jones. You're not going to see like that specific sandwich.
Yeah, that's number 5 for me. Number 4, I hear that they say the Masters Club is top notch. Number 3 for me would be the Crow's Nest. Number 2 would be the pimento cheese sandwich, and then number 1 would be the Azalea.
Wait, what's the
And
Crow's Nest?
He's talking about drinks.
Drinks, it's food and drinks, right?
He's mixed in
yeah.
drinks in there. They'd be under beverages, Jones, but you're not going to see them on that menu you're looking at there.
Yeah, definitely. not
Jordan's
seeing
going from
one.
memory. He's not looking at the actual menu that we're talking about, folks.
I did pull up the peach ice cream. I want to make sure I got that right. The Georgia peach
Yeah,
ice.
yeah.
And tell me what the Azalea is again.
The Azalea is vodka, lemonade, a little bit of grenadine. What else?
Ooh.
Grenadine makes it the Azalea color. vodka lemonade.
Yes, correct. It
And
does.
something else. There's one other thing. I have the recipe. We usually make them this time of year.
I was going to say we need a video of Jordan in his Happy Friends t-shirt that he's wearing currently making that drink. on a
Hello,
video.
Friends. Happy Friends used to be a cartoon. If you remember Happy Friends, folks.
Hello,
remember that?
friend. Hello, friends.
Wait, Jones. Do you remember Happy Friends? Are you serious about this, real quick? That's
Mm.
do you know what I'm talking about?
No, don't.
Go look it up later. It's hilarious. If everybody remembers Happy Friends.
Is there a link out there somewhere?
I mean, it used to just be these cartoons that like these characters like killed themselves, like just in
Oh.
crazy,
Oh.
insane ways.
Also, Jones, the Crow's Nest is a beer brewed exclusively for the Masters. I know you asked that already.
Oh,
And
so
it comes in a green cup, different than the normal Masters cup.
I'm
so-
sure it's something easy drinking, a Pilsner. or
I think
what.
it's very similar to a Blue Moon.
So it's a wheat style beer. Okay.
So I went with those two so I could get the cups as well.
I got one of the souvenir cups. Still drink out of it today.
Yeah.
Sometimes we use it for Felix when we're doing bath time.
Love it.
Either drinking a beer out of it or bathing my baby. Let's see here. Am I ready? I don't think I'm ready yet, Joey.
All right, I'll take it over. I stuck with food only. Because my older age, the alcohol just catches up with me. Number 5. I went all sandwiches, guys. I'm a big sandwich guy. I like sandwiches. So for me, 5 was chicken breast. And I act like I've been there. I have not. I don't think, Jordan, you haven't been either, right?
No, I was just going off of what I'd heard. It was always the best.
Yeah,
You know what?
I-
Jordan
sandwich.
talks about those drinks like he has had them before.
I know. Well, he
I
loves
may
it.
be
Well, you
Italian,
make-
yeah.
You make him.
Look, he's got a
hell.
freaking Hello Friend shirt on. He's got a Jim Nance shirt on.
Yeah.
So
I think
shout
I'm
out
the
to him.
only one that's been to the Masters.
I should have worn my Masters hat tonight. I've got Masters gear. I've had people buy for me there, but I don't have anything personally.
I wore
I've never been personally. Excuse me.
I had the white Masters hat that I used to rock like all the time, and it just got worn out, dirty. Played golf in it, went out in it, and it was in my like earlier days, back in 2012. So that hat didn't last very long. Yeah,
That was back when you had hair.
yeah, I was back when I had hair and the sweat, and everything.
You have hair anyway, right? I don't
Yeah.
even just not much, right? Yeah.
He's got a fresh shave on tonight. I mean, that thing is glistening. Look at that. It's fresh.
Good, yeah. Boys, I might. Speaking of shave, this beard's probably gonna be gone by next time we record.
Will you shave a mustache and leave it? Carry on.
And I could if you want me to.
I like it.
I got to look somewhat decent for the park, and this is getting a little brutal.
Jeez.
Number
Joey-
4, I was going
For
with
once,
turkey
Joey
sandwich.
cares about something.
I know. Well, I don't want to look. I can shave it down. It's just me, and I just don't want to put in the time to shave every morning. Number 4, turkey sandwich. Number 3, the what the heck did I write down here? I can't read my own writing, guys. I go through and put some time and effort into this year, and I gotta look at the photo. I don't even know what this says. Oh, the sausage biscuit. I went with the breakfast. I'm sorry,
Nice.
number 3.
Nice.
I'm not even a sausage guy. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm a bacon guy. But I would try the sausage biscuit. Like, I'd eat it. I don't want it, but I'd eat it.
You'd like it.
Couldn't read my own writing. Number 2, I definitely would like to try the barbecue. I'm surprised Jordan didn't mention barbecue. He's a big barbecue guy. We had barbecue at his rehearsal dinner, and he didn't even mention barbecue. And then number 1, I'm a club guy first and foremost. You guys know this about me. Always ordering a club if I'm going for a sandwich. So, yeah, number 1 was the club for me.
I can't believe you didn't go egg salad. They rave about the egg salad.
I don't eat that crap, man. You know me. I don't want pimento cheese or egg salad.
Joey, I legit saw you eat no less than 20 deviled eggs at Luke's wedding.
Yeah, but like
20
I don't.
deviled eggs.
Jordan, I'll be honest with you. I probably never had an egg salad sandwich.
Okay. No,
Like-
between the clergy and Joey, there was no doubt that
Yeah,
10 dozen eggs were ate between the two.
I love deviled eggs as an
Wow.
appetizer at a wedding for sure. But I'm assuming an egg salad just got egg and mayo. in
And
it,
some
right? I have
relish.
no idea.
Don't they have a little relish? I'm not an egg salad guy. I
Is it?
think it's some relish
Okay.
in it, maybe. I'm not.
You can
I
people
have no
make
idea
it
what's even in
different.
it.
People
So,
make it different ways.
Yeah.
It's kind of like chicken salad. You
Alright.
know, people just put their own spin on it.
sure. All right,
Uh,
Jones, you're on, buddy.
Let me just
Showtime.
tell you. Let me just tell you something. today I would struggle eating something at the Masters, the way I eat today. But I'm gonna
Oh
my
yeah, because you're vegan. That's
yeah.
right.
So I'm going to rank these if I wasn't on a plant-based diet. That's how I'm gonna
Well,
rank.
would you become unplant based for the day?
No, no. I would just figure it
Wow.
out. So number five, as soon as I get there, like you got to go get coffee. That's just like you have to. So I'm gonna do coffee. I would have probably already had a cup or two of coffee before getting there, but as soon as I got into the course, I'd probably go smash a coffee, and I would
Hmm.
probably go number four. I would go with the blueberry muffin. Number three, after I've had breakfast, I'm probably gonna start smashing some beer. So I'm going to do an
At 10
import.
a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m., which is no big deal. Done it before, done it
Hmm.
earlier. I'm gonna go with a import beer, probably a Heineken. Clear my throat there a little bit, guys. $3, by the way. Let's just throw that out there. Where can you go to a golf tournament and get a beer for $3? Nowhere.
Never, nowhere.
Nowhere. Never. What am I at? Number two? Number two, I am probably going to go with. I would probably go with the Masters Club, and then one, the pimento cheese. It was solid. I actually had the pimento cheese, and I also had the sausage biscuit while I was there. But I would say the pimento cheese was good. I probably had a couple of them, honestly. And I know I had like a stack of beers too, because they're only like $3, $2 or $3. What are they? Yeah, if you
Three
get a domestic beer, it's
or five.
$2.75.
Looks like it's 5 now. Is it
Five now. Yeah, sorry, five. It said, yeah.
So
Inflation.
$5. Yeah, inflation.
No, no, I'm sorry. Imported. No, it's 275. You're right, Jones. I'm sorry.
75?
Yeah.
What was
So
$5? I saw some of those five earlier too.
so
I thought they
anyways,
raised the prices a little bit this year. I
I
don't know.
walked out of there with like a stack of them, dude. Like I had a bunch. I don't know where they all went, but I've kept one for a long time.
Sidebar real quick, Jordan, you'll die. So my dad used, for those that listen maybe know this, used to work at minor league baseball, and he hired a guy, young kid, 35, 40 years ago to work at the park as the clubby. And this young man, who is now an old man, is now the clubby again for the minor league baseball team in Richmond. So Jordan's 60 something in the clubhouse clubby. And he said Steve Barton worked in the clubhouse today. Shout out Steve. He called with an update on his day, 4-minute phone call. So he told my dad 34 minutes about, and it was like this guy that lives for minor league baseball, and he's just the nicest guy in the world. And I would die. I would die just to hear the conversation he just had with my dad for 34 minutes, excuse me.
Tell your dad this. So they redid the locker rooms this year, and as they were like tearing some things down, they found this old chocolate drink or something in a can from like the 1980s that one of the construction workers like put in the wall, and like hid it, I guess, for someone to find when they like tore it down or whatever.
Like this is at the Diamond?
Yeah. So my buddy's the broadcaster, Trey Wilson.
Yeah, I remember.
So,
I know. Yeah, I remember you telling me.
yeah, so he was telling me that and said that they like found something. So they like Parney like kept it or put it in his office or something.
Yeah.
They found like a bunch of stuff when they were redoing the locker room.
Yeah.
But apparently a new stadium 2025 in the parking
Really?
lot. Here.
Where?
Yeah. Out in the parking lot is where they're going to build it.
There's no room out there.
That's it. That's where my buddy said. He's like, right here. He goes, we're going to have.
Okay. Well, if they build there as well, there's
Yeah.
room out in the parking lot to add on.
Yeah. He's like, we're just going to try to build a new one here. So you might want to get back down there and catch a game at the Diamond before it's too late over the next.
That's one of the great relics of minor league baseball out there.
Everyone, we hope you have a wonderful Masters week. When you're listening to this,
go ahead, Jordan.
It's probably par 3 time, probably playing some par 3s. Let's hope Tony Finau doesn't roll an ankle now that we know his family's a distraction to him when he's touring.
That's true.
So
that's true. Any shout outs from the fellas? I've got one shout out. Our buddy Luke, great for him moving to Pinehurst. what news that was in the group chat this week. So Luke, if you're listening to this, I know you're not, but
I don't even know if that's official.
congratulations. It is, because I saw it on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. It's on
Okay,
LinkedIn.
okay.
Gotta be official.
He
Yeah.
made it
Jones-
official on LinkedIn, and I gave him a little hand with a heart of support on LinkedIn and commented. And he commented back.
Yeah, Jones and I were talking about it earlier, Jordan. I'm not on LinkedIn, but he said it was on there, so it's got to be official.
7 Lakes
So,
Country Club's for sale. I'm trying to get Luke to buy it. He's like looking for a house. I was like, you should buy a country club while you're down there.
Yeah, just buy a country club, Luke. Duh. But seriously, that is great news in the group chat this week. And shout out to Luke.
I got nothing else, guys. It's been a pleasure as always.
All right. Episode 27. Thank you all for listening. Stay tuned. We are going to have some interviews on this podcast. So stay with us. That's another edition of Why Not Us.